Hi everyone, Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Happy evicting the best landlords you'll ever have out of your country day, America. Also known as Independence Day. Look, whatever you get up to tonight, or maybe the weekend, a firework display, a party, have fun, be safe, but have fun, whatever you do. And if there are any Native Americans watching this video, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Anyway, let's get into this article, shall we? Because a couple of days ago, I did a video about the Hearthstone art card changes that Blizzard are going to make. And I said in my video that this is absolutely bending the knee to China to make sure that it adheres to the strict gaming censorship rules that China has. However, on the same day, Dave Kosak from Blizzard came out and refuted this. And he runs on this PC Gamer article, which I'll link in the description box down below, with the title of Blizzard says Hearthstone card art changes have nothing to do with China. The old card art was simply too heavy on the sex and the violence. Of course it was. So I want to make it perfectly clear that I'm coming at this article from the perspective that I think David is full of it. 100% full of it and overflowing with it. And I'm pretty sick and tired of gaming industries talking to me like I'm a fool, like I'm an idiot. Like they just have to say something and we'll gobble it up as truth. And I'm going to go through this article and what David says, and I'm going to refute it with this this thing which doesn't hold much merit nowadays, doesn't hold much weight. It's called evidence. You know, people tend to go more for feelings. But I'm going to use some evidence to refute what he says. We'll see how that goes down. And I'm sick and tired of this. Even EA at the recent UK Parliamentary Commission into loot boxes and gambling and gaming, even the woman who was sent by them from the legal department, obviously, spoke to the men who are in their 50s, maybe 60s, that they were children. Like they were just children. And tried to palm off that loot boxes were referred to in EA as surprise mechanics, which, by the way, the commission laughed at. Even though EA, all over the shop, articles, tweets, referred to them as loot boxes. Why? Because these people, these companies, think we'll just believe anything that they say. They are either so out of touch or they just have no shame. They absolutely have no shame. But that's where they come from. I think David is of the same mind. So let's just get through this. Let's see, because I've got a lot to say. Let's just see where we go. Blizzard made changes to the artwork on 8 Hearthstone cards, and the reaction was not entirely positive. Multiple posters in Reddit speculate that the sex and violence was dialed back in order to be in line with Chinese regulations. That's because it was. That would not be unprecedented. China's gaming market is heavily censored, and Blizzard had previously made changes to World of Warcraft visuals in order to comply with regulations. This is absolutely true. There are certain things which you couldn't have in China, and so World of Warcraft has been operating under a different rule set, a different visual set than the Western version. For example, if you die in the World of Warcraft in China, there isn't a skeleton. Can't have that. No, a gravestone appears. It's a visual change. Undead, they couldn't have bones protruding. They couldn't have any of that. It's all covered up. Just little things like that they can't have. You've got to be very careful how you name certain things. And let me just bring this up for you. At the end of last year, this was the first list of games that were either under threat or were banned from China currently. And look who comes 3 times on the list. World of Warcraft, Diablo, and Overwatch. All are coming into the recommended corrections. Make these corrections or your game will go down. Whereas a bunch are banned, and we'll get to these in a moment. Let's just look at why these are on the recommended corrections list. Well, they all have inharmonious chat rooms. That, by the way, means freedom of speech. Freedom to talk to people without censorship. So you can't have that in China, obviously, because, it's a beautiful place. Incorrect values. I'm sure you can read between the lines, folks, on what that means. Diablo, fraudulent content. Well, I guess we can't argue with everything that China says. And World of Warcraft, incorrect values. Revealing female characters. Now let's just have a look at the banned list, shall we? Why were they banned? Blood, explicit female characters. Right. I'm sure that won't come back at any point during this video whatsoever. Oh, it's going to come back straight away. In this case, however, China had nothing to do with it. Oh, I'm sorry, Andy. Were you part of Blizzard Entertainment? Do you work for them? Were you in that meeting where they had the decision-making process about this? No, you weren't. So why are you displaying it as fact? You are meant to be a games journalist. You're meant to be objective. Blizzard, however, claim China had nothing to do with it. Be better. Lead mission designer Dave Kosak told us that after reviewing the full Hearthstone set, Blizzard decided that the art on some of the cards simply didn't meet its standards, and that Blizzard wouldn't print those same cards today. Horse. Absolute nonsense. We went back and really just brought everything up to our standards, Kosak said. It wasn't because we were looking at ratings or international regulations or anything like that. Yes, it is. We really just wanted our artists to feel good about everything in the set. Let's just have a look at those regulations, shall we, again. Revealing female characters, blood, explicit female characters. Okay, got it. So here are the changes. So let's just pick one at random, shall we? Head crack. This is one of the changes that were made. This is to bring it up to Blizzard standards, by the way. This great artwork here and this cartoony drivel. I don't like this at all. I mean, obviously, it is subjective, but you are saying that is bringing it up to standards of that. Now, the reason why they reckon head crack was changed is because it was too dark and you couldn't really see what's going on, even though it's been in the game for what? 5 years? Something like that. And it's perfectly clear what's going on. That is giving that a bit of a twat on the noggin. What else got changed, shall we? Oh, Mistress of Pain was changed to Queen of Pain. Master, Mistress, they are absolutely perfectly normalized terms here in the West. Everyone knows that. Yeah, it can have another connotation in terms of like S&M or something like that. But Master, Mistress, they're mentioned tons of times in different games. Mistress so-and-so, Master so-and-so. Why change it to Queen of Pain? Sure, that has nothing to do with it whatsoever. Secret Keeper. What is wrong with that? That is great artwork. That is great artwork. Why did that need to be changed? That's just great. But we know why. We know why. Can't have that. Got to go to Sports Bra 3.0. Eviscerate. I honest to God, bet you some people had to scrutinize these cards to see what was wrong with this one. But it's just this little bit of blood here. Little blood. Is that OTT? Is that over the top? Is that too much? Is that... No. Look, Hearthstone is a T for teen. This is its rating by the ESRB. What does that mean? It can have alcohol references, blood, fantasy violence. Oh, okay. Just don't know why these cards keep coming up. And mild suggestive themes. Oh, sorry, I don't know why that card came up. Just came up for no reason whatsoever. So that is perfectly fine. Oh, sorry, this popped back up again. Banned. Blood. Oh, it appears that the blood is an absolute no-no in China. An absolute no-no. Okay. Sure, that's coincidence. Wind Fury. Deadly shot. Too graphic. Succubus completely being changed. And this is a warlock summon in the World of Warcraft that's been there for 15 years. A character of mythology that's been around for hundreds of years and been in the Warcraft universe for a couple of decades. But for some reason, Hearthstone, not allowed. Sorry, I don't know why this keeps popping up. It's just getting in the way. And then bite. Oh, what's this red stuff? Why has it been changed to nothing whatsoever to do with the bite? This artwork doesn't marry the card. It's not bringing it up to your standards. It's absolutely, totally censoring that. Why? Oh, let's just banned. Blood. No, just coincidence. Just coincidence. Just coincidence, hey? All of this is just coincidence. Succubus underwent the most complete transformation. The stats and effect are the same, but the cruel demon, who slake their lust with coupling, are out. And pack-hunting demonic beasts are in. Mistress of Pain is now Queen of Pain. Secret Keeper, Wind Fury Harpy. Also have had some sexy factor down back. Sorry, can I just what's that saying? Mild, suggestive themis? Mild suggestive themis. Okay. Don't know why that came up. Kosak confirmed that some of these changes were aimed at toning down the portrayals of sex and violence in the game. Although designer Liv Breeden noted that one card, Headcrack, was updated because it's just too dark and hard to read. But emphasised that the decision was driven not by external forces, but just kind of bringing it up to the standards we felt really good about today. Right. So if that's the case, let's just take David at his word, right? Let's just play devil's advocate. Let's say that David is absolutely being 100% earnest when he says this. This means he's mad. This means that they are self-censoring. This changing that's crazy. That's crazy. Crazy. Just kind of bringing it up to the standards we felt were really good about today. Hi, sorry, as from the future here, I just had a thought. If this is the case, it means that Dave Kosak's values on censorship are also exactly the same as China's. A country with absolutely horrendous human rights. What do you think that says about you? Doesn't make sense. And when something doesn't make sense, it's invariably not true. This won't necessarily be the last batch of Hearthstone card art to be changed, Kosak said. That Blizzard doesn't have any immediate plans and that it's always evaluating the set and looking at it. Whirlwind, you're next. Whirlwind. This is absolutely 100% to do with Chinese censorship. 100%, because all the tweaks and the changes just miraculously happen to coincide with stuff that is on the banned list or the potential banned list for China. And look at which games they've already had in trouble. Hearthstone isn't doing well in the West in terms of how it has been performing. I mean, to a regular person, it's doing fantastic, but it's not good enough for Blizzard. Its sales in cards and packs and stuff like that is down substantially for Hearthstone. I think round about 48% on average than last year. So why would you jeopardize the potential of making money from another marketplace, which you have said clearly and concisely at BlizzCon 2018 that you are aggressively moving in to the Chinese mobile marketplace. I'm sorry, David. I'm sorry. There is way too much evidence to refute this. You are full of it. 100% full of it. So there we go, folks. Sure, this will be an interesting discussion in the description box down below. But I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do get a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch for live streaming. Those links are in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.